Okay, next up, I want to talk about how you can use import maps with your ES modules. So when you're importing scripts, one of the limitations that we have for using imports in our JavaScript in the browser. So let's say I'm going to import the Luxon library. Now I don't have it in my project yet. I'm going to add that in just a moment. But the problem is, if I was going to bring this in, so Luxon's a whole bunch of things. I'm going to import everything as Luxon, and then we say from. Now, if I was using require, or in the old CommonJS way of doing this, so what you used to do inside of NodeJS, we could just name the package, and Node understood that if you didn't give a relative path, when you don't provide something that starts with a slash or a dot slash or a dot dot slash, you're talking about an absolute path, and it's going to look inside the folder Node Modules. If it doesn't find it there, it's going to go and look inside of the global installs for this thing. Now, I'm dealing with the browser. It's not using Node. It doesn't have access to the file system, so I need to provide the full path to find this thing. So let's turn our project into an npm one. So npm init-y for the defaults gives us our package.json file, and now I can do an npm install, and I'm going to bring in Luxon. So I'm installing Luxon in my Node modules. I'm just using this as a generic example of a script that you could bring in. Now, this would be nice if we've got Luxon right here, and inside of Luxon there's the script that gets used. I'm going to import that, but doing it this way, we get the error saying, hey, you can't do that. You've got to give a relative path. You have to tell the browser where it's supposed to ask the web server to look for the files. So, the way to get around this, to be able to do things like this and use these labels for the path, is inside of your HTML file. We're going to go down here. I don't need this anymore. I'm going to close that, and I will scroll down here. We can add a script of type import map. So this is fairly new. Chrome, Opera, Edge support this now. Firefox, I believe it's under development. Safari, again, they don't have this yet. Hopefully they will at some point in the near future. So inside of here, we just define an object with a property called imports. It is an object with a bunch of name value pairs. So I'm going to say I want something called Luxon, which is this label that I'm using right here. So we're defining it in here, and I'm going to provide the full path. By doing this, any other module that is added to my web page will have access to this label to refer to whatever this path is. So we're providing a path from index.html into Node Modules into Luxon, and inside of Luxon, if you don't know where the script is, like I got a couple of folders here, I don't know what to use, go to the package.json file. Inside of here, look for the thing called module. So inside of source, luxon.js, that's what we need. So Node Modules, Luxon, source, luxon.js. That is what we need. So we do that right inside of here. We're going to start in our current folder, go to Node Modules, go into Luxon, go into source, and then it's the luxon.js file. That's the one we need. I save that, and my error disappears. We come back in here. We're saying I want Luxon. No errors. And if you don't know what Luxon is, it's sort of a replacement for the Moment.js library for working with time and time zones. And it's got a whole bunch of internationalization built into it as well. I've got a video on Luxon, so if you're interested in learning more about that, go right there. And linked to in the description there as well. Okay, so we have our output. I'm going to use Luxon, and I'm just going to create a little bit of code here. So Luxon.datetime, it's like creating date.new or new date type thing. And we're going to say datetime.local. Here is our date in my local time zone. And I'm going to create a format to say the month I want displayed as long as opposed to short, so the full name. And days, I want to use the 2-digit format for my days. We can say, if I want to change the date, let's say I'm going to take whatever today is, that date, and I'm going to change the month to December. Again, I'm just throwing something out here just to have some content on the page, just to show that it does work with this import. And I'm going to set it to French Canadian, so we get the Canadian formatting for the date, but it's in French, and this is going to show the internationalization working. And we're going to say to locale string, and using that F format object right there. So I'm going to take today's date, I'm going to convert the month to December, and I'm going to use this formatting on that date using the French Canadian locale. There we go. And there it is. We've written out 26th of December, but in French, using our format object to define it. So all the internationalization and the formatting and the basically translation of the date to the appropriate time is all being done for us through that Luxon library. Okay, so import maps. That is what we're doing right here. So we're creating a script of type import map. It's got an imports object, and then you would just list off if there were other libraries as well, like if I was bringing in Lodash, and that had a location, I could do that as well inside of here, and so on and so forth. As many imports as you were going to create, you can create the labels. You can even do redirects with these. So I could say that I'm going to search for a library, provide a relative path, and then here's the actual path. So this path right here would be the path that I'm using in my script. So it's sort of creating a label that looks like a path and pointing it to the actual path for something, or rewriting part of it. Okay, so that is import maps. And if you're looking for a copy of the code, you'll find that link to as a code gist down in the description. The link to the Luxon video is also down in the description, as well as in this. And as always, thanks for watching.